Hi guys, George here. Last week I promised you a what if um, scenario where we're going over the last turn of J23 Kamfgruppe at Karachev, and I said that I played the movement incorrectly. So just to recap, it's actually turn 7, the last turn for the Allies. It's actually just on the brink of prep fire. This unit has prep fire right here. Uh, and in terms of capturing the village, it's Charlie. I know that Charlie actually, Charlie the Canary, she actually just enhances the sound thanks to Hissy Studios for pointing out that he does like the bird. So that's all fun and dandy. So the whole point here is for the Allies to capture the buildings of the village. And the German player has two half squads here. One of them is manning a mortar, and another half squad here manning a DC charge. This unit is broken. This unit is broken, and uh, there is a sleaze freeze on pits and a 468 without any residual firepower because it's actually my movement phase, and we did the sleaze freeze uh, on him in a prior turn. That's why he's locked in melee. So let's just step through the log and we'll do the last moves differently. If you want to see the moves that I did in the original game, just watch the previous video, okay? So let's see what's going on here. Let's focus in on the action. Notice I moved my camera towards the other direction so you can see the rolls as well. Last turn, rolling on the IFT, and that was only a pin check, so it's just pinned, which is good. And we're going to movement, and then we're talking about how this guy can score a overrun in the hex, but actually I would have just kept him where he was. This unit here is abandoned, and he's bogged, so he can't move. All right, so he's in under the sleaze freeze. Let's just go further to the point where I start making mistakes, I suppose. So he gets a trail break marker. He's not under bog, but he expended all his moving points, so he can't move. Remains in motion. Okay, I agree with that move. That move was great. He brought in CX, and he started off there. So he went 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, that's great. That was stupid. Uh, right there, that is the beginning of the stupidity. So let's start there. Let's go back if we can. All right. So notice now we have one squad here that is about to be overrun by 3 squads. And there's not much he can do because he's under the sleaze freeze. Here, these units are broken. Here, I have one unit that is under, thought, okay, he is just a half a unit there, half squad. Great. So I had choices here. And since I brought this guy up, I know that he will jump into close combat and the odds are in my favor. The point is okay, he's marked with final fire. He shouldn't be marked with final fire. He should be marked with uh, defensive fire. Okay. defensive fire, or prep fire. All right, so here's what I was supposed to do, or what I think I should have done instead. Put this guy in motion, and then he goes one to there, and now the question is, can he declare street fighting? Um, I've been told, even though I'm in between two buildings, you need to have a street in order to do street fighting. So let's take a minute and look that up, okay? Hold on 1 second. So a quick reading of 7.211, Delta 7.211, does suggest that the armored fighting vehicle has to be in a road hex in order to conduct street fighting. Um, so towards the end of that paragraph, a unit entering a wire location must remain above that wire counter as per Bravo 26.4, but a street fighting unit may not voluntarily remain in the road location during CC reaction fire. The vehicle being attacked, including its PRC, cannot use bounding first fire before the end of that defender CC action. Oh well. So starts for 1, 2, and we can put him 3 to change covered arc, and 4, 5 to there. So now he is under a sleaze freeze, and what I'm going to do here is declare an assault move and put that there onto him. Now he can fire a unit there, um, and see what happens to a, or he can wait to see if I'm going to advance this guy into the open ground and get him into it. Everybody else is broken. Nobody else can fire. But um, if he doesn't fire on this unit here, he'll sustain a 30 up 2 attack. Um, so what would be his goal? To hold his fire and get a, a 2 or 4 down 2 shot. Let's say, for the purposes of this example, he'll hold his fire and make sure that neither this unit or that unit can reach that hex. Because ultimately, he needs to hold onto that hex. And this fellow here, well, he has a CMG, so he can engage in close combat there. All these machine guns are in good order. All right, so we'll hold our fire. And then we'll do another assault move. To there. That's 1, 2, 3. It's another assault move. Now he's going to sustain 2 DC charges unless one eliminates the other. So again, I'm going to hold my fire because to reach this unit, I have to cross into open ground. So he'll have to cross into open ground to get there. He would have to go CX, or would he? We can go 1 in bypass, 2, 3, 4, late CX 5. There's no other way around it. Or he can go 1, 2, 3 to there. Or 1.5, 2.5 to there. All right. So this is how it's going to go down. Actually, yeah. He'll go 1.5, 2.5 to there. He'll take a 2 down 2 shot. Okay, let's do a 2 down 2. 5 on the 2 table. 5 on the 2 table is a normal morale check. All right, morale check. Passes, access sign, sun activation, 5. He just made it, and he has 1 residuals there. So one of the 2 units first fired. Let's choose the bottom one. Now, I didn't fire both because if this fellow here charges to there, I won't have the ability to fire at him because he'll be at a further hex. So now I'm going to move this fellow here. 1 in bypass, 2, 3, 4, 5 late CX. Or I could have declared CX prior to that, but here. There you go. Now we'll take another 2 down 2 shot. Do we have loss? Of course we do. Yep. So another 2 down 2 shot. Goes on the IFT. 6 on the 2 table. There's a PTC. So we take a task check. We need 8 or less. Makes it. Okay, so this fellow here, we could have said it was leader, one of the 2 was leader directed. So there. I just made it there. This guy could not fire out of his hex, nor did he have the ability to do any spraying fire because his range is not underlined. Is this guy's range underlined? Yeah, this guy, if this guy was there, if a full 838 was there and the Axis player didn't deploy, the moment he saw my AFE running, he could use spraying fire and put 2 residuals in each hex. Actually, maybe even 1. Maybe even 1 because if there's no eligible target, he'll have to do it at area fire and then area fire again because spraying fire is area fire and you're firing in open ground hexes where no enemy exists, so that's also area fire. So it would be quartered, but you would still have the ability to leave 1 residual in each hex prior to this AFE engaging you in the sleaze freeze. So now I declare my movement phase is over and we go to defensive fire. He can final fire and it would be a 2 up 2 there and a 2 even shot there. So now, since he didn't cower, he is marked with first fire and there are 2 units adjacent to him. He can try and alleviate one of the 2 demo charges attacks. So 2 up 2 there. Let's see what happens. That's a bad roll. So 5 on the 2 table is a normal morale check. So let's see if he's going to forego one of these attacks. Morale check. Ooh, breaks. So he broke. There goes 1 DC charge back to there. And then a 2 even shot there. IFT. Ooh, he broke his inherent firepower. Nope, he's going to sustain at least one shot. All right, final fire. Boom. He made it. He's a champion. Okie dokie. Now what happens? Now what happens? He can't have defensive fire. Well, he can. He can try and fire the MMG against the armored fighting vehicle and try to score a critical hit, I suppose. To hit. It ain't critical. So with an 11 or 6 armor factors, ain't going to happen anything. and nothing's going to happen. So now comes advancing fire. So I like to take care of the 30 up to first. So let's do that. Kaboom! Everything in that hex is destroyed. And let's take a close look at the infantry fire table. And the one that I like is this one here. Okay, because look at the notes on the bottom. This should be a tips and tactics. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let's see what we're going to do. Here you go, tips and tactics. So here, all right, when you look at the footnotes here, which are, let's see, there's in the concise paperback guide, there's also uh, a chart here, but the notes that are in the back of the page don't seem to exist anywhere. Maybe in the large rule book. Let me take a quick look at my rad charts. Oh, the rad charts is just a quick table. Let's see what else. The IIFT ain't going to help me. No, but okay. 2 up 2 is a 4. Now, the 30 table. DC charge. Look at the notes. On a 4, I have a green note, a purple note, a black note, double dagger, a red or orange, can't quite make out the color, and an orange. So original fire FTDR causes flame creation. Original heat, HE heat affects DR causes P flame creation, B25.13 DR plus EC greater than kindling number equals flame. So this is an HE attack. And on the 4, we got a double dagger red, which probably means I got a flame in there. Then I can't quite make out the color. I think that's blue. It's not black. Oh well. So it looks like I may have either rubbled the house, or and even maybe started a flame in there. I wasn't anticipating to get a snake eyes here. Wow. Anyways, um, take a look at these notes here. I wish somehow they were more clearly indicated on the IFT table. But for all intents and purposes, I think I would probably have to roll again to see if the weapons were destroyed. Let's say for the purposes of this example, this guy is done. This guy is done. What is a 4 in the KIA? It's a 2 KIA. It's a 2 KIA. So we would have to do a random selection, top to bottom. 1, 2, 3. 2 KIA means this guy is done for. This guy is done for. This guy is uh, broken. And then we would have to check for flame, rubble creation, falling rubble, whatnot. Let's leave that out of the example. I wasn't really expecting a um, a, um, a DC attack. We should also remove all the residuals in its advancing fire phase. Um, then here we would have an 8 of 3 against him. +1 for being CX, +2 for the building. So 8 up 3, that's a pretty decent attack. Let's take a look at it. 9, 10, 11, that's nothing. So let's advance fire here. Well, we didn't actually fire this squad, and I won't because he's broken. And since um, he's broken already, he has to route. It would not be a self-rally, and if he rolls a heat of battle, he might create a hero. So just leave him be. You don't have to route out. Okay, these guys advance fired. Now, here, they can advance fire as well. And all the buildings should be stone, and he'll have to move out. And obviously, I think I'm going to have to occupy one building here. So not all the squads can go into close combat against him. And this leader will enjoy -1 DRM to the close combat rule. Okay. So these guys can fire there now. That would be 12, 3. Let's do that one. That's a decent attack. A 10 on the 12 is a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 on the 12 chart is a normal morale check. Leader first, passes, and then he can apply his -1 DRM, so it's a 9 or less. They pass. So that was pretty ineffective, more or less. Okay, so route phase. I have to route first, and this fellow here, he's not getting any closer to there. He's in cover. Can he see this guy? Uh, or that guy for that matter? Let's take a look. He can't see these guys. He can't see those guys. Yeah, on this board, my loss setting tool doesn't work. So he can go, put that on top. Just grab everybody. 1.5, 3, 4, 5. Or actually, you can even go there because that's the closest cover. Can he? One sec. Can you see this guy? This guy here. Yeah, I would say that's a clear line of sight. So he can't go there. He would have to ignore and go there. Um, Let's go back. So one to there, 1.5 to there, 3 to there, 4, 5 to there. Okay. I don't have any other broken units to route, so now the German player has to route. Um, and this fellow will probably be eliminated for failure to route. He can't go there because he's getting close to this guy and this guy. He can't route to there, and he can't route to there, and he can't route to there. So he's gone for failure to route. Charlie's all excited. All right, he's gone. Oh, I hate him in counters. Put him there. He's gone for failure to route. We should remove all fire and dead fire. We should have removed all moves. He has to route, and he cannot route in this direction or that direction. This would be a low crawl. I was the one who occupied that hex last, um, and I declared no quarter. Um, but he definitely cannot see him. So can't route there or there or there. Um, where is his nearest route location? I would say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a hindrance. And he can't see anybody on this side of the board, I don't think. Let's see. Let's take a look. You can see the AFE there. Or maybe not. Let's take a look again. That's a clear line of sight, so he cannot route in that direction. He would have to low crawl to there and try to route to there. And since I will declare no quarter at this stage of the game, and he's eliminated as well. Okay. This guy can probably route. Um, I hate to tell you this, guys, but there might be line of sight to there. No, there isn't. But he would probably, uh, first and foremost, this is pretty tough. He can route to there. It looks like he can see this guy. Let's just double check that again. Oh, he can't. All right, so he would have to probably route to there. And now he does see this guy. So he cannot get any closer to there. And this is where it becomes a bit complicated and convoluted. So that's 2 to there. And he cannot remain there because he's adjacent to this guy. He would be adjacent to the AFE. He cannot route there, and he cannot stay there. So I would eliminate him for failure to route as well. I'm probably butchering this, but now this fellow is also in a bit of a pickle because he can't route to there. He can't route to there. If he low cross to there, he would be getting closer to him. So I think these guys are goners as well. I could be wrong. I'm open to suggestions as to how this route could have been done better. All right, and that's run phase. So next comes advance phase. So I would take the 447, put him in there, give him a CX right there. Okay. These boys would fall into close combat there. This guy would go into there because I need to take that building as well. And this fellow would go into close combat here. And this fellow just occupies this building and he's safe. So this building belongs to me. This building belongs to me. This building belongs to me. But we have 2 close combats to figure out. Actually, 1, 2. All right, so we got a close combat here and a close combat there. All right, complicated. Hold on one sec. All right, so let's resolve this close combat first. There's no ambush because he was already in melee. It would not be sequential because the German needs to attack the AFE first. And that AFE has no CMG and it cannot attack back. So attacking the armored fighting vehicle, the 468 has a CCV value of 5, plus 1 for the single man counter makes it a 6, minus 1 because of the leader DRM, and also a minus 1 because the vehicle has no man usable MGs IFE less than or equal to 15 MF. So another minus 1. Yep. So we got a 6 or less, minus 1 for the leader, minus 1 for not having an MMG. So let's roll that one. 7, I rolled a 5. I need a 6. So this guy's gone. And then we will do um, the infantry close combat, and this should be simultaneous. So we have 9 against 5. 9 against 5. So for the Russian, it would be a 3-2 attack, even. Um, but the Germans have a 1-2 if they wish to attack, a 1-2 -1 if they wish to attack both Russian units, right? Or they can opt to fire against only one of the SMCs, and sorry, they can opt to engage only one MMC and choose the one that is attacking with the leader. So that would be a 1-1 -1. And as long as they hold on to that hex, they're denying uh, the Russian player that hex. So let's go 1-2, -1 with the leader DRM. 1-2 would be a 5 or less. A 1-1, provided they survive the attack, would be a 6 or less, and then that hex is still in dispute, one or another. That German player uh, needs to survive the German attack. So let's go 3-2, 3-2. No modifiers for the Russian attack. 3-2. We need a 6 or less. Close combat. Nope. And that would win the German player the game, because this building was not captured um, by the Russians. And just for the sake of doing this example here, all right, so we have a half squad in here, a half squad against the armored fighting vehicle. This time the vehicle does have a CMG, so it can fire back. And the half squad's CCV value is a 3. So let's resolve that attack first. Do not get it. The AFV can fire back at, let's see, the CMG is 4, 4-3. So it's a 1-1 attack. And that would be a 5 or less. Close combat. Nada. Okay. And then uh, would have a 4-3 attack, which is again a 1-1. Russian player rolls. Nada. And this still wins the Russians' game. However, I didn't try. I did succeed in making it to my victory objectives with a lot less casualties than I did with my previous strategy. So the whole point here is probably the major takeaway, I would say, is to lessen the opportunity to give your opponent a favorable attack with a multitude of negative modifiers. So there's a lot of thinking and math involved, and I may have butchered the route face here, but hey, look, I'm not a master. I'm living and learning and playing and having fun, and I hope you are enjoying the videos as well. Yeah, and I may have forgotten to roll for ambush here. Uh, I'm not sure if that sleaze freeze would have negated the ambush. I think it would. It would not have. I still should have rolled for ambush there. And just for the shits and giggles, let's do it. Russians and Germans. Ooh, that would have been an ambush. That would have been an ambush. Uh, anyway, food for thought, guys. Let me know what you think and have a great weekend. I know here in Quebec we have a national holiday. It's called Fête Saint Jean. Uh, Charlie's really excited about Fête Saint Jean, and je souhaite à tous une bonne Fête Saint Jean, une bonne Fête nationale, and see you next week. Take care.